corruption. We have different structures in government and different institutions that investigate that. Issues or information that is being investigated is not for public consumption because it actually jeopardizes the process of investigation. So that is why we do not share such information. So access to information by different stakeholders depends on what kind of information you're supposed to access. What kind of information is the media supposed to access and at what time and at what level? That is why you see we carefully share information as public officials in government. For instance, if you ask me about a corruption case that is under investigation, things that are in court or in police, in the hands of police under investigation should not be shared by the public, by the media. It jeopardizes what? Investigations. And so it actually hinders the process of what? The process of prosecution. So that is why we don't share information anyhow.
So what do you advise the public and the journalists?
On what?
On that issues.
On issues of corruption?
On the issue of like those getting access to those stories as it's like because of such things.
One thing I can advise you to do is, first of all, the media and the journalists should invest in capacity building of their journalists, because today in Uganda, journalism has become unprofessional. Information is shared anyhow. Before information is shared in the public domain, it must have been sieved, verified, and it should be ready for public consumption. We cannot just give information to mislead the public, or to misinform the public. You've seen on different social media handles, platforms, people say things which are even out of context. They even forge what someone has not said. They even have false accounts that are used to damage people's images. So basically, I can advise you, first of all, to invest in more knowledge and skills of journalism, so that when we are able to give you information, we know you will manage that information professionally, other than to misinform what? The public. That is why sometimes people like us, we actually refrain ourselves from communicating with journalists, since the field of journalism has been infiltrated by people who actually want to share rumors. Rumors are unverified facts. So it's better to verify information if it is authentic and you think it is ready for sharing, then you do it. That is why you see most of the institutions in government do not prefer sharing information anyhow with journalists. I think that's
But that will be denying us access to information.
We are not denying you access to information, but we are also scared of sharing information which is going to be put out of context to damage the institutions of government, which is not right.
Thank you.